I wake up that time, but then I do work out. I do eat healthy because I have a lot of time. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna take it easy on myself. It's quarantine. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm gonna sleep until I feel like I'm gonna. Sometimes I like wake up, but then you're in the bed and you're looking at your phone and checking your messages and stuff. That's what I do. And I'm gonna ask you this question on behalf of people like me and other people out there who use the internet a lot, especially during quarantine. How best can we use the internet, especially like in this time? How best can we use it?
Well, we can do one thing like to use the internet and spread the word about what to do during the coronavirus situation. Like a lot of us, like I'm not judging anyone or nothing like that. A lot of us tend to share like memes and fun posts and other things like that. But we rarely share, what should I say, share posts that really spread words about the virus. We don't really share that kind of post that much. So what we can do is while we are browsing the net, while we're doing all this kind of stuff, we can, like when we're using the social media, we can spread the words that people are trying to tell other people, and we can spread the message like what to do and what not to do. And rather than that, we can just Netflix and chill. We can use the net to learn new things. Like honestly speaking, I've been trying to learn. I haven't really been that good yet, but I'm trying to learn a little bit of Spanish and a little bit of like I'm trying to get back on my French and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to learn a few interesting things now and then.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I think I should start learning a new language right now.
And then I'm trying to like, it's just that I'm just my time. I'm just trying to have fun, like the time that I'm spending here, and then watching series and stuff like that, reading books from the internet and things like that. So yeah, that's the one thing I would like to say, that when you keep on doing the same and same repetitive thing over and over again for a very long period of time, staying in the quarantine, you get completely frustrated, mentally devastated, and I don't know, you get crazy when you do the same and same routine now and then. But yeah, if you just twist and tweak a little bit what you are doing on the internet and stuff, it gets quite fun, like I am enjoying my quarantine quite a lot. So yeah, that's what we can do. We can learn, we can do fun stuff. Yeah, and we can spread the message.
Okay, that's beautiful. So, besides what you do in quarantine, what advice would you give to the people that are like being demotivated right now because, first of all, they are broke, they probably don't have any hope of going back to work anytime soon, and that there's a lot going on that puts a lot of emotions in people's minds. And I mean, how would you advise those people to handle the situation right now?
Well, the first thing I would like to request everyone is to try and stay a bit humble, and try and pray, like according to your own religion, and definitely try to keep the calm of your mind, because that is really important. I know it's very tough, like as I'm saying, I have an aunt who's a doctor, and she has to go and see patients. She's my paternal aunt, and it really worries me a lot that it's so easy for the health guys to get the coronavirus, like whatever it may be, it's very easy for them. So yeah, it's something that really stresses me out. So what I request is just to try to stay humble and try to pray. Like when you pray, this is something I feel personally, that whenever I pray, when I'm in stress and I pray, I find peace. Like it's not something I'm just saying out of the book or anything. It's something that I experience. So and one important thing is that the world has seen so many crises over the period of years previously, one thing you have to do is you have to keep your faith. You have to keep your hope that it is nature, that when the sun goes down and the whole world is dark, the sun again comes up, it rises again. So we have to just be patient that when this whole thing is gonna end, until then we have to like try to minimize what we are eating. Like as you said, a lot of people are not really going back to work very soon, and a lot of things. So we should really consider our portions. We should try to save food and eat like usually in our homes. If I say like we have around 3 to 4 dishes made. So now we are trying, like it's not because we have lack of food. It's just because it's good to be considerate. It's good to like eat only what is needed, not something that I'm fancying for. So yeah, that.
And I just realized during quarantine I'm eating too much, way too much, cause every single time I'm going to the fridge, I'm like, I need a snack. Like I just finished having a cup of tea. Now I'm gonna have like a biscuit or cake or something. I'm like, I don't know if it happens to you, but oof.
You can have a little bit tea and a biscuit, but I'm just talking about the amount of rice or the amount of big
meals.
The big meals that we have. Like if we try to save from our meals, and then we can help the others, or we can help to save food for ourselves as well. So during this whole crisis, that would be really helpful. And once again, it's all about being patient and having faith, and just keeping the hope that no matter what happens, I have to survive. I have to survive myself, for my family, for the ones that I love. And it's just a human instinct, just to be precaution, take the precautions, and just stay safe. That's it.
Right.
Nothing else.
Wow, thank you. Thanks for that. I hope people actually picked up on us. So I'm just going to be quick on the next one, which is actually this question. At first I was like, I'm going to ask this question to people in Africa only. But then I'm like, this thing is going out in the whole world. And I need to know what people like you think, people who are not in Africa. So I'm asking it to everybody. So about the French doctor who suggested the testing of the vaccine, the corona vaccine in Africa. What do you think of that? What do you think about what he's saying?
Well, in this regard, I just say that like just centralizing or just saying that I'm going to test it on African people, in a sense, I'm not sure. I'm not going to support it completely. Like, you don't know the outcome and the results of the virus, what it might do to the human body and the stuff. So without being 100% sure that, yeah, this is at least a 99% workable or curable vaccine, testing it on people and then just saying that, yeah, I'm going to test it on African people and stuff like that, that's completely wrong. Because we have seen back in the past that the swine flu virus, the polio, the polio vaccine, swine flu vaccine, those have had adverse reaction on the human body. So it won't be a very much positive thing just to use people as guinea pigs and just to try and see that if the vaccine is working properly or not. If you're not sure that it's going to work properly, you have to see that if the vaccine is at least 99% or at least above 90% okay, to test it on a human being, be it African, be it Asian, because everyone's a human. You have to at least consider it that. That's what I feel as an individual. Yeah.
Well, I think you're right. Because people here, everybody's like going crazy over this. Like they went crazy, and people are still talking about it. And I think it's really not right. Just like you said, it's, usually testing happens on animals, and before you bring out the vaccine, you already know that it's going to work on people. You don't test on people, right? So it's crazy saying that